Oh, someone is going to have a special and rather naughty little adventure this month. It's about you, my gorgeous Cancer. It's about you, my gorgeous Cancerini. Because on the 26th of September 2019, you are most certainly going to have a really quite bizarre situation which is going to occur. And the way this is going to happen and the way this is going to unfold and the way this is going to develop in your life, it's going to be very significant, because especially over the last 3 months, what you have been doing and what you have been paying attention to and with what you have been focusing on, it is all kind of become part of the picture on the 26th of September. And the way things are going to happen is just like you're going to kind of make a certain decision, and the decision that you're going to make is just going to be rather adventurous, because it is kind of going to become at the same time like a little shortcut to the life that you wanted to live in a long time, or to the life that you want to live onto. And it's a lot to do with your future planning, and it's a lot to do with making a certain change, and it's a lot to do with skipping certain parts of your life, because the golden little word here is going to be the fact that you are actually going to have a really successful month, which is going to lead towards the 26th of September. And the successful month that you are going to have and that you are going to lead up until the 26th of September, I'm not saying that you're not going to be successful after the 26th of September, but the way the things are going to develop and unfold are going to be purely making you feel really good. It's going to make you feel like you're having a really great accomplishment. You're going to be able to feel your life in a certain way. You're going to be able to sense your life in a certain way. And this is going to be a great starting point, because this accomplishment, this feeling, this energy is going to be really powerful. And this is the energy that is actually going to make you and cause you just choose something differently, do something differently, make something differently. So 26th of September, it's all going to be about you making something differently, you starting something differently, you acting in a different way, which is on another hand going to be a literally life-changing option, because what is going to happen after that moment, this is immediately going to cause you and make you and give a feeling to create a massive big change in your life. Just remember, it is all about the skipping certain part of your lives. It's about maybe just getting a really important information and realizing at the same time that there is a quite interesting and big change actually going to happen, and that change is going to be really good, and that change is going to be significant, and above all, it's actually going to happen much sooner, indeed, much quicker than you expected. And that's why I like it, because this adventure is going to bring you something very special and something very significant. And also it is about the opportunity that you are going to have, and the opportunity that you are going to have, it's going to be part of this new vibration, part of this new feelings. Please try to understand how important this time it's going to be. It is all about illuminating certain parts of your lives and certain parts of your spiritual journey in such a interesting way, where you are also going to kind of discover something very interesting about yourself. It's a certain skill that is just going to start making sense, and a certain skill that you have, it's going to start becoming like a new option, something that is going to become rather interesting. But it's all going to lead down to the one point. It's all going to lead down to the very significant time in your life where you are most certainly going to start looking up rather nicely. And I'm saying this because after that moment in time, there's the period of really great success is going to come forward. But this is really going to boil all down to one thing: you making really big change and you creating really big change. And this has been rather enhanced when it comes to you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, So this is also going to be an incredible moment in time, the 26th of September, at around the 26th of September, even one day earlier on that day and one day later. It is a great moment in time to actually start something new, start something big. Also, it's a great moment in time for any type of negotiations and any important discussions. Please trust me, it's important. You are most certainly going to be going through a very important stage in the period in your life. It's going to be incredible, and that's why I'm saying that you can use this energy, you can use this powerful vibration and this powerful flow of energy to the best of your abilities, because most certainly it is going to, you're going to have a sharpness how you normally have, but how you normally don't have. I'm not saying that you don't have a sharpness and things like that, but it's important for you to understand that these days on the 26th of September and one day earlier, one day later, these 3 days in general are going to be absolutely amazing when it comes to your own spiritual journey, and you are going to have this wonderful sacred opportunity where you're going to be able to see your life through your life very clearly. But at the same time, as I said, just remember, if you need to apply for some jobs, if you need to start something new, if you need to have a certain negotiations, if you need to be part of the certain judgment and things like that, if you want to start some kind of legal process, 3 days, my gorgeous Cancerinis, it's going to be incredible, because you will be using this powerful vibration at the same time, which is going to reflect on you back like so much more. And on another hand, it's going to bring you so much more, because the balance is going to be absolutely incredible, and you are going to kind of find yourself in a situation that it's really, really good. And you're also going to find yourself a situation like on the 26th of September that, you know, like those stages of your life that you know that they came to an end. Now it's the time to kind of like a focus on them. Now it's time to do something about it. Now it's time to take them on the whole new stage, whole new journey. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, and it's for September 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful, my beautiful, my secretive Cancerinis, and it's for September 2019. And of course, your number this month, it's actually going to be number 3. Okay, very interesting that your number, it's actually going to be number 3. Wait just a second, I'm just going to do something really quickly. Sorry, I'm back. See, I'm going through my forest. Oh, okay. Do you know what? I forgot to turn the light on. Oh, gosh. Okay. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and enter human race. There are people dying if you care enough, but a living. Make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough, but a living. Make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Make a better place. My gorgeous Cancerinis. Basically, yeah, here you go. It's basically your number this month, it's actually going to be number 3. My goodness, you know, not only that financially this is going to be a great month, but you really need to pay attention. It's very important to say that the land is going to be rather fertile, which means that there is a surprise waiting for you. An option, again, a sacred option is going to be waiting for you this month, and this is going to be quite significant because it's all about the self-discovery, and it's all about taking your life to the next stage of your journey. And it's a very important moment in time also for you to understand that there is some kind of new option going to come up, and that new option that is going to come up is going to be an important part, an integral and important part of your spiritual journey, because also once again you are going to have a really big chance, my gorgeous Cancerinis. You are going to have a big chance this September, and this is why the things are just going to start checking up for you like so beautifully. You are going to have a chance not only to fix those things in your life that are bothering you, not only to come to deal with the greatest healing that you are going to have throughout this month, but also at the same time you're going to be able to deal with a certain mistake, something that you have done before, something that had happened within the last 3 years. You made a little mistake, boo-boo, you made a little boo-boo, but you made a certain choice, and that choice didn't develop, and that choice didn't happen the way you wanted to happen, because it's a lot to do with the money, it's to do with the finances, it's to do with a certain direction that that you took. It's to do with something that you wanted to prove, but it's just not going to be kind of gone slightly that direction. The water just changed its way of flowing, you know, and this is basically, this turned out to be like a great learning experience for yourself, and you weren't ready for this type of changes. So now with this month, this is going to return, especially at around the last week of September. It's going to be very vavavoommish when it's come to you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, indeed. And this is going to return, so you're going to be able again to kind of make a certain impression, to make a certain input with this part of your life that you kind of like chose the wrong turning within the last 3 years. And this is going to be incredible, because it is just going to help you to deal with the certain imperfections and the certain things and the certain differences that you made, that you went through. And now you're going to have one more time to actually go over that option and go on the whole new level, on the whole new journey of your particular spiritual stage. This is a very important moment in time, because spiritually you're going to be growing and you're going to realize something very important. And also it is all about a certain recognition, certain perfection, certain honor. You're going to realize at this moment in time that you are in for an ultimate change. There is the decision, very important, mature decision that you're also going to need to make, but because you went through the certain things, and you're going to go through the certain things through this September, in this September, you're just going to find this rather much easier than what you would normally find this. It's all about that you realize a certain capability, and that in itself is going to become a very powerful energy in your life. Very powerful energy that is also going to kind of make you realize that the rewards from your hard work are now going to be absolutely at its peak. It's very incredible month, and it's a lot to do with the success, and it's a lot to do with admiration from others. But when I say admiration from others, oh, it's hard. It's basically, it's like it's a lot to do admiration from the right people. And you Cancerinis, you my beauties, you're very emotional, you're very deep, you're very attached to the right people in your life, because you're very emotional indeed. You love people and people love you. So to you means super a lot, super more, so much more when somebody, when the right people in your life are admiring you. This is a great moment in time, and also it is just very important, because when it comes to your and incredible, the same card out, when it comes to your life, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to you rediscovering yourself. And there are lots of other things that are going to start making sense to you, especially when it comes to you realizing certain part of your life and a certain stage of your life is having a really important and powerful unfoldment. I'm so happy for you, because you're most certainly going to have a greatest wisdom this month, and you are really going to start discovering certain things in your past that are going to surprise you, but they're going to be good. Number 3 is your number in numerology. Number 3 also means that this is a sacred month in many different ways, but when it comes to your accomplishment, when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to your career, and when it comes to your personal security, this is going to be really good. So you're going to be able to kind of relax with that part and that stage of your life. But when it comes to your emotional relationships and your real relationship, like a serious relationship, like a real friends, you know, they are indeed going to be playing a very important role in your life this month, because something very beautiful is going to happen to you. Something very good is going to happen to you, and you are going to have a reason for the celebration, my Cancerinis. Mwah. It's your time, my babies. And you will want to gather with the right people, with the right relationships in your life, and you're gonna like this moment in time indeed. Okay, when it comes to your health, my beautiful Cancerinis, you know, it's a very important for me to mention that you are indeed going to need to make sure that you top up on calcium and also on vitamin D and magnesium. Calcium, vitamin D and magnesium are going to be an integral and rather important part of your healthy conscience, to be the part of your journey this month, because this is going to be rather sensitive area indeed. And just make sure that you are getting these supplements, if calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Just make sure that you are taking these supplements are completely natural, like without any horrible ingredients, without any rubbish ingredients added and things like that. And if not, you can always find like a food, an organic natural food, which is going to be rich in this supplement, in this vitamins and mineral. It is going to be rather important for you to do this. And on another hand, what else I was going to say, just to keep on taking spirulina, because spirulina I recommended to you before. It is a very important sea vegetables that I always suggest to lots of signs to use every time when people run out of energy. I'm not saying that you're going to run out of energy, but it's a lot going to be happening, so it is going to be quite important for you to top up your energy levels by taking spirulina, organic spirulina, okay, in a powder form or in a tablet form, and it needs to be natural, organic, without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. I highly recommend you to take this indeed. And also just make sure that you're drinking lots of water throughout this month. It is going to be more important than ever, because the water is going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, if you take these supplements that I recommended to you in a supplement form rather than a food form, then I would ask you kindly to check with your doctor, check with your GP whether you can take this or not, because only your doctor or your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not, basically. Okay, but I highly recommend this. But also the bottom line is, for those of you, it's a very important for me to mention that those of you that didn't see any improvement with long ailments, with annoying ailments in our life, now you're going to be able to see the improvements this month, and this is actually going to be quite good when it comes to that, like a long illnesses and things like that. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerinis, the first important date that I want you to pay attention to, my gorgeous babies, it's actually going to be on the 2nd of September. Now the 2nd of September, you're just gonna feel like this wonderful energy, but it is going to be kind of confusing a little bit, and there are quite a few things that are going to be on your mind, and you are going to become the part of the situation where you will want to and you will need to make a decision. Needs to be mature decision, needs to be something that you will make, and it's going to be so good because you're also going to have this bravery around you, this brave energy, and this is where this adventurous energy is already going to start. And this is what I'm trying to say, my gorgeous Cancerinis. Most certainly this is your time to not only to be successful and all that, but just to rediscover yourself, discover yourself and enjoy your life again. So there is an important decision that you're going to make here. It's going to be very significant for you, very mature, very serious, but really good. And that in itself is also at the same time going to become your wheel of fortune, my gorgeous Cancerinis. My gorgeous Cancerinis, of course, that you are going to have a wheel of fortune. It's a very interesting how wheel of fortune is going to affect you this time in particular, because also it is going to be completely at the same time it's going to happen when you are actually going to have a little bit of conflict or a little bit of uneasy situation in between you and somebody else. But this is brilliant, this is really good, because that little conflict, that little conflicting situation, mini little baby conflict situation, little baby conflict situation that you're actually going to have, it's going to be so good, it's going to be superb for you, because this is exactly what you need. And this is why your actual wheel of fortune is going to be different, because this is how your wheel of fortune is actually going to start. And it's so important because also at the same time, this is going to be, if you didn't have this little bit of conflict, baby conflict, you wouldn't actually have this particular option. And this is the way your wheel of fortune is going to start. This is the way your wheel of fortune is actually going to happen. And this is most certainly going to be your turning point, because that is just going to give you food for thoughts. That is going to give you an amazing direction and amazing information. It's going to become available at the same time, and you're going to start feeling a great determination towards the new option in your life. And this is going to be just kind of opportunity that is going to knock on your door literally, which is going to become the new initiative, new strength, and new activity. It is just all about the power and success that you are going to feel, and a very strong feeling emotionally. You're going to start feeling very passionate in order to, I'm going to squash the car, you start feeling passionate God, in order to change your life, towards changing your life. But this is just so good. I can feel your energy, I can feel your power, and it's all about your creativity. This is when your creativity will start, but this is at the same time when the new beginning is also going to start. The new beginning of something very special, the new beginning of something really interesting, and this is going to be the start of something very, very particular in your life. At the same time, there is a certain inheritance that it's going to become available at around this date to you. If you don't have anyone to leave you inheritance, then it could be like that you will hear about a certain amount of money that is actually going to come to you, travel towards you, and it's going to surprise you, and other people are going to be part of it. However, the certain money is going to come through indeed. And let me just tell you one more thing. On the 2nd of September, it's also going to be very interesting, because you are going to have the beginning of a very, very meaningful experience here. And the beginning of the meaningful experience is also going to let you know that you are on the right track. You're going to have your little sign, you're going to have a little confirmation, you're going to have a little realization that you are on the right track. It's going to take slightly longer, my babies, but you are most certainly on the right track, and that's the most important thing to do indeed. I really highly recommend you to get a lapis lazuli. You see this, baby? It's also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt. It comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And by buying this, you're also supporting my channel as well, and I highly recommend you to get this, because this is most certainly going to help you to connect your spirit guides, to connect your angels, and also to remember your dreams. There is a lot going on this month, and a lot is going to be told you. You know, there's a lot of spirits are going to be flying and floating around indeed. It always happens when we are so spiritually open, so that's why I'm highly recommending you to get the lapis lazuli, so you can sharpen up your third psychic eye indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Cancerinis, it's going to be on the 19th of September, 1909. 19th of September, it's going to be an interesting day, because you're going to find yourself in a really good place, because you will realize the accomplishment, not only that you kind of achieve what you wanted to achieve, but also you are like that one step closer towards something really big, towards something really huge, and towards the brand new beginning in life. Spiritually, this is an important date, because after this date, something very interesting is also going to be revealed to you. You don't know this, but now you know this, that this is after this moment in time, you're gonna really be able to go on the whole new stage, whole new journey of your life. But at the same time, this is all about an enlightening experience. This is all about feeling right. This is all about feeling good. This is all about having a perfect work-life balance and perfect spirituality balance with everything else. This is an enlightening experience for you, because it's all about your particular accomplishment, but it's going to surprise you, because you're going to find yourself being a bit more advanced, on a more advanced level that you would normally find. You're going to feel really good, and most certainly you're going to hear something. There's a certain information, news that is going to travel to you towards somebody who you appreciate quite nicely, and you're gonna feel like you want to make a little party, or you want to make like a personal spiritual ritual. This is so good, because also the 19th of September, it's going to be a perfect moment in time for you to do your little spiritual ritual, because of the energy is going to be so strong in vibration. So you can just take like a tiny little candle, and you can just write one particular word on that candle, and you can anoint a candle with three times with like a little lavender. 1, 2, 3, and then you burn it, and then just make think about the wish, think about what would you like to manifest, think about what would you like to happen, and stay in the room where that candle is. Of course, do not leave the room empty, it's because of the obvious reason, but it's just a little candle, this little thin candle you have, that's better, because by the time the candle burns until the end, this energy, this message is going to be sent to the universe, and the power of your mind is going to be like a superb. And this is the great day to do something like that, on the 19th of September. If you missed on the 19th of September, if you missed that particular day, or if you watch this video after, then the 29th of September is also going to be perfect, superb day to do like that type of ritual. Okay, the third important day, my gorgeous Cancerinis, is going to be on the 28th of September. Now, my babies, the 28th of September is going to be rather important, because oh la la, stranger in the night, stranger in the night. Okay, you see there's a little bit of a romance here, an important person, of course, and this is for those of you that are like ready for some kind of romance, those of you that would want romance, those of you that are single, those of you, you know, that are ready for romance. There is someone very, very special about to enter your life at around the end of September, indeed. But it's all about a certain peace. It's all about a certain harmony and a balance of beautiful energy. So you can expect certain satisfaction when it comes to the beautiful energy around you, but at the same time, someone special is about to enter your life. Okay, very important indeed. And if you are in relationship, this is also going to be an important moment in time for those of you in relationship, because this is something that's going to happen that is going to make you to the kind of like make a really certain decision. You're going to be that much closer towards doing something very important. On another hand, 28th of September, it's also going to make you realize that a certain partial loss that you had and regret, something that you did and something that you made, something that something that happened within the last 5 months, it's actually going to you're going to be thinking about it, and you know that your life kind of like froze after that moment. It didn't happen as quick as you would want to, and now you will realize that there is a swift activity and sudden progress of movement, and that is absolutely brilliant, because you're going to feel so good, and you're going to realize that an important moment in your life is about to start unfolding, and this moment in time, and it's very important to be not very serious, but to be really responsible, because from you on the 28th of September, by the end of the day, it's going to be expected to be very, very responsible. Because the certain message is going to come through, the certain realization is going to come through, which is going to need to from you to make a certain decision. It's very important to also get something like an amethyst. You see this beautiful amethyst pendant. It's come with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And I highly recommend you to get an amethyst, because it's going to help you a lot to connect, but also to extend your psychic abilities, and also to kind of protect yourself at the same time. I think the vibration is going to be very much so perfect for you to like have an amethyst at the same time with the lapis lazuli as well. But the amethyst is going to kind of enhance your psychic activities, but at the same time it's going to protect you, and it's going to help you with the grounding as well. It's something that I highly recommend you to have indeed. But however, yes, an important decision you will make, and amethyst also helps you with the balance of like kind of realizing things and sharpening your mind up, and making the best possible decision as well, with the perfect grounding and things like that. Okay, so now basically going on the very first part of September 2019, my gorgeous, my ever so precious Cancerinis, you see the certain message you will receive not that long ago. You heard something from somebody very spiritual, somebody who you think of very highly, somebody who is very important in your life. You heard a certain message, and now that message is going to come back. That message is going to bounce back, and it's very important and it's very significant, because it's all about your teacher, all about your guru, all about your someone who you think of very highly. But the most importantly, it's just so good, because that particular thing that they said, it's coming through, it's coming forward, it's happening. And most certainly now at the beginning of September, you are going to find yourself being in this special dimension where you are literally going to need to kind of like make a certain decision, which is going to kind of on another hand make you realize that your life is changing slowly, and a whole new perspective is going to come through forward, which is at the same time bringing you the whole new radiance and power. It's all about your recognition, and you will know it. An amazing moment in time when it comes to the recognition of your own abilities, what you have been doing so far, where you have been focusing for so far. So perfect. On another hand, the healing is going to come through because of the certain forgiveness. I can see that you are going to forgive something to someone, and this is so important, because that person kind of stopped you at some moment in time to receive your full power, to have some kind of accomplishment, and that made you feel very dissatisfied with your life, because somebody else was playing like a negative role in it. So now this is going to be so good, because you are going to come to the certain terms, and this is exactly what you need to do to set yourself free and feel good. And this is exactly what you need to do, because it's all about a whole new inspiration and potential that is going to come through forward. And this is brilliant, because this is automatically going to unfold a certain new stage in your life when it comes to the prosperity. On another hand, a certain situation where you felt like a little bit tricked, where you felt like you can't move, where you felt like really uncomfortable and unhappy with yourself because you're just finding it very bored part of your life, that it's been keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. You know, you were trying to do something, you were trying to create something, but it just didn't work. And now this is going to become like a wishful thinking moment. But this is important, because it's rather to know that it's a wishful thinking, or then, you know, just keep going, because at the same time you are going to realize a completion, and that completion is again going to bring you the new energy, and the new energy is just going to bring a new unfoldment. Absolutely fantastic. But also it is about the actual abandonment, about you realizing this and cutting it out of your life. At the same time, karmically, this just kind of goes. Karmically, this just like goes away, just disappears, and then you just feel so much lighter. Absolutely amazing. The second part of September 2019, I really like it indeed, because you know what, a certain indecisive situation that you had, and it's a lot about you making an important decision, a significant decision, a powerful decision, and it's a lot about you kind of like being indecisive first, like there is no tomorrow. But this is going back to 2 years ago. This is why September is going to be so important time of unfoldment. This is going back within the last 2 years, something that you wanted to do which requires a big change, and now it left you indecisive because you weren't too sure. So now the decision is going to be made, and this is a lot to do with your life, with your possessions, with your life in general, and you are just going to start feeling very vavoomish when it comes to the new beginning in your life. The balance is coming back. The luxurious option is going to become available, my gorgeous Cancerinis. A luxurious option is going to become available. I'm so happy for you, which is going to leave you the choice like of contemplation, because the certain sad moment in your life, sad time in your life is going to have a yin-yang moment this September, and that is going to turn around. So now you're going to have a contemplation from the certain acceptance, because before you weren't, that acceptance didn't happen. So now this is going to turn around, so you're going to accept it with a certain part of your life, which is going to have an enlightening experience and effect on you indeed. And this is all about practicality. Your life is going to change. You're going to have different options, and you're going to have more time to do things, to focus on other things, and this is brilliant. But on another hand, it's all about your practicality and security. What else I was going to say, this is an important moment when it comes to your personal spiritual path, and also because something is coming to a really important completion, and this is why another option is going to become available. You're also going to be wondering yes or no by the time we get to the last part of September. Yes or no, but the answer, my babies, is going to be yes. And at the end of September, you're also going to have an option to travel. You most certainly need to say yes if it comes to the certain traveling, because it's just some kind of idea that you're spiritually going to be very strongly connected, my Cancerinis, and there is the certain idea that you're actually going to get, that you're actually going to gain. And that idea is also going to set you free. That idea is just going to give you so much optimism, so much power, and that idea is also going to make you realize that it's all about the moderation, and about the teamwork. There are a lot, it's something that you also started that involves other people around you, like a teamwork. At the end of September, it's going to be incredible, which also means that if you're working and you need to create something with a group of people, or you need to make some kind of decision as a family, or like a group of friends need to make some kind of decision, it's very important that at the end of September it's going to make you super sharp, super vavoomish, super powerful. So this is going to be the great moment in time when it comes to the certain decisions. On another hand, there is a beautiful vision that you are going to have at the end of September. This is what I really like, vision. And you will also at the same time, my God, this is so complex. When I say vision, you're just going to wake up one morning and you're going to feel very strongly connected to the certain part of your life, to the certain changes. And this is how the vision is going to start. Not like, not like that, but it's just basically being connected to the certain changes, to the certain word. And this is the one particular word can take you like elsewhere. One particular word can start the whole word, can start the whole world. It depends the way you're going to perceive this, the way you're going to get your vision. But most certainly that vision is also also at the same time going to be a strong confirmation, you know, a strong confirmation that there is a certain part of your life, it is most certainly going to change. It is about your rebirth, a whole new option, but also readjustment and looking at situation from a whole different angle. It is an authority figure that is also going to kind of have a controlling feeling over you at the end of September. Just remember to rise above it. That's all you need to do. Do not kind of like abide this, go for this lower energy or anything like that. Just rise above it, and that in itself is just going to become the beginning of something very important, because this is also going to be another turning point that you're going to have. Another option is going to become available, and also the whole new harmony is going to become rather significant. So you're going to be tested at the end of this September with somebody who's authority figure, somebody who's controlling as well, somebody who's quite negative actually, and do not kind of argue or anything like that. All you need to do is just rise above the situation, and then the whole new harmony is going to come through, whole new harmony is going to come forward. And the reason why is because your spirit is just literally going to jump from one stage to another, and that's why there are going to be a couple of things that are going to surprise you, but of course in a good way indeed. Okay, I highly recommend you also to smudge your home this month. Important. So you can get rid of the negative energy, you can get rid of the low vibration, you can get rid of the certain spirits that are not maybe meant to be there. It's very important to walk into every single room in the house, smudge your home, and then at the end just open all the windows. So and by the time smoke goes away, the negative energy will go away. By the same time, you're cleansing yourself as well. When it comes to those of you that are couples, my gorgeous Cancerinis, you need to be careful, because it is just going to be somebody around you that is just, as a couple, if you try to do something together, if you want to do something together, if you want to start something together by like buying something together, or making a really important decision, or starting negotiation as a couple, it's not going to be good. Completely different vibration. I'm sorry, I know it sounds weird that if you start by yourself it's going to be fine, but as a couple, no, because there is somebody around your partner that will try to be very naughty. So you also need to say to your partner to kind of avoid any negotiations, avoid big deals and things like that, because there is a naughty person around your partner that is trying to use them, that is trying to kind of lie to them, and it's going to be fine. Your partner just need to like keep certain things to themselves and just stay away from like a dodgy negotiations, deals or anything like that. I say dodgy, anything that they consider that it couldn't be like really good or okay. Any gut feeling is just going to be completely right in this situation. So this is something that needs to be done, yes, just to protect yourself, protect your energy, and protect your partner. Basically, that's all. It's going to be fine, but it's just a little bit word of protection. On another hand, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, I mean, this is going to be incredible, because at around the time you see at around the time when you're thinking about a certain journey, at around the time when you're thinking about a certain trip, at around the time when you're preparing for something, at around the time when you're thinking about certain advancement and accomplishment, you will not be focusing on a partner, you will not be focusing on meeting a certain person, but there is a certain person that is actually going to happen in your life. At around the end of September, as I already said, you will be also thinking about the great time in your life, about the harmony, about peace. You're going to meet a new group of people, and this person is going to be part of it. This is someone very special and somebody very, very interesting, but at the same time, something very interesting is going to happen with this person, because you are going to have an omen. You're going to have a little sign which is going to happen, and which is going to manifest in the form of a little animal at around the same time when you see this person. When you meet this person, this is going to be deep, hey, really deep, because at the same time you're going to see a very special omen which is going to happen and manifest in the form of a little animal. It could be a bird, it could be a cat, it could be a dog, it could be a wolf, it could be coyote, it could be anything, you know. It's just basically a little animal or an animal, you know, but it's just something. It's going to be very significant, the way they will act, what we do, how they will act, what the energy is going to be. And also it's important to kind of see how you felt at the same time. because this is going to be your confirmation. And it's also important to see what the animal means symbolically, because at the same time new passion is going to be born. You're going to fall in love like you've never fell in love before, indeed. And this is why you are going to get your omen at the same time. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerinis, I love you all to bits. I love you so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, healing, lots of love and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.